Hello and welcome to Eerie Nerds Retro Corner. Today I thought I would do something a little bit different. Share with you some of my favourite things that I've collected in my collection so far. I started doing this hobby and this channel a few months ago because I started getting so disenfranchised with some of the bigger gaming companies, PS5, Xbox One and Switch, of where you had to buy a subscription service to be able to play online games or play some of the older games, but you also could only do them digitally, and I kind of lost that whole feeling of collecting old games, and I thought I'd go back into it and collect some of the retro games which I really enjoyed playing back in the day. So I'm going to show you what some of my favourite stuff in the collection that I've been able to pick up over the past few months and tell you why they're my favourite, and you can make your decisions yourself. It'd be great to have a discussion about this in the comments. Let me know what you think of these games that I am going to be showing you today. Let's get started. Retro Corner! Okay, so the first one that I'm going to be talking about is The World Is Not Enough on PlayStation. Now, I played this first on N64. And it was after GoldenEye, and GoldenEye is one of my favourite games. It's definitely up there, top 10 favourite games of all time. The World's Not Enough was really cool. I really enjoyed it. It really changed the genre of first-person shooters for me, because suddenly you had a game where you could reload the gun properly. You had falling animations for the NPCs, and it was just a really engrossing game. So when I was able to get a PS1, I thought, well, why not get this on PS1 and play it? This copy is pretty much mint condition, so I'm keeping it within the plastic so I can preserve it for as long as I can. I have tried playing it and really enjoyed playing it, but I'm just so glad I was able to get my hands on this, and it was really cheap as well, which I was really surprised at. I thought it would be a lot more expensive. I'm just really chuffed, and this is one of my favourite things that I've got in my collection. It's something I'm very proud of being able to get, because it was a game that really resonated with me when I was younger, and it's actually one of my favourite Bond movies as well, so that kind of helps. Eternal Darkness. Now, Eternal Darkness was a game which I absolutely loved on the GameCube. And it was one that I knew as soon as I started this hobby that I wanted to get my hands on, because Eternal Darkness is a great game. It's also quite a rare game to find, certainly on GameCube. It goes for quite expensive. I was able to get this really quite sneakily, and I'll explain a little bit more about that with the next pickup. But with the next pickup, this came packaged with it, but not the box. I had to get the box separately, so I'm really happy I was able to do that. It's also got the manual in there as well, so I was able to get the manual and the box, and then the discs came separately. So I'm so happy to have a full copy of Eternal Darkness with the manual. The box is a little bit damaged, but I'm not too bothered too much about that. Just being able to have the full copy of the game in its full box, I'm very happy with this one. Now, the next pickup is Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Now, when I bought Wind Waker, I bought it on eBay, and it came with the Eternal Darkness disc, and that was one of the reasons why I bought it, because I thought I'll get Wind Waker, which is a fantastic game. I'll also get Eternal Darkness as well. So I picked this up, and it just had Eternal Darkness and Wind Waker in it. It hasn't got the manual, so I am going to be looking for the manual, but it does come with the Wind Waker game. And then I was able to get hold of the special edition Ocarina of Time that came with Wind Waker, which was a promotional disc for Ocarina of Time. So I've got Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker on GameCube. I just want to get the manual for this, and then this will be complete, and I'll be very happy. But I am so happy I was able to get hold of this and get the promotional disc for Ocarina of Time, which is something I didn't think I would be able to get. Ideally, I'd love to get an N64 and get Ocarina of Time again on the N64, and get Majora's Mask and get all the original titles on N64. That is my aim, but as it stands, this is the closest thing we're going to get to Ocarina of Time without having to go onto Switch Online and paying over the odds for that. So I'm very happy with this one as well. Gun. Now, Gun is one which I picked up recently, and I picked it up on PS2. Now, I had Gun originally on the GameCube, and this was your poor man's version of Red Dead Redemption. It is a fantastic game. I loved Gun back in the day, and it was genre defining for me, because I'd never played anything quite like it before. Finally, we had a great cowboy game which was engrossing. The story was engrossing. It was violent. It was gory. It had some great acting in it. And Gun was one that was really, really special to me. And I knew, again, once I started this, I wanted to try and get hold of it, but I could never, ever find it. Then I found it in CEX for only £3, so I was very, very happy to get hold of that. Yeah, so obviously when I played Red Dead Redemption on Xbox 360, it completely blew my mind. But because I didn't have a 360 when this came out, I only had the GameCube. This was the only thing really that was going to be like Red Dead Redemption for me. And yeah, absolutely love this. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. Now, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time is a game which, again, I had on GameCube, and I absolutely adored it. I played that game to death. I completed it like 5 or 6 times. Played it to death. Found it on PS2. Again, I didn't think I was going to be able to find it. I thought I would have to try and go down different avenues to get it, but I was able to get it from CEX quite easily. So very, very happy to be able to get Prince of Persia. Now, I believe the disc is currently in my PS2. It's complete in box, but the disc isn't hitting the PS2 at the moment. I absolutely love this game. It's such a good game. It still holds up as well. This was the predecessor to Assassin's Creed. It was because of this game that Assassin's Creed then became what it is. So we've got this game to thank for it. Such a shame that we're not getting a remake of it anymore. Such a shame. I was so looking forward to seeing the remake of this. But then in another respect, I'm just glad that I've got the OG. BioShock tin box. Now, or steel box, I should say. Now, I'm not a huge BioShock fan, but I knew I was going to get the BioShock series, and I thought I'd get 1, 2, and Infinite, which I was able to get. But when I saw this in a steelbook, I've never really owned that many steelbooks, so I thought, why not get it in steelbook? And it's really great. It's really great quality. I was able to get this on eBay. It is complete in box, so it has got the manual and also got the game. And I'm quite happy with it. I'm quite proud of it because it's a great steel book to have, and it just looked really cool as well. So it's great to have that up on the shelf. I do want to try and get BioShock 2 and Infinite on steelbook, so then I can get all 3 on steelbook. But I'm very happy with this. Resident Evil 4. This is the steelbook version on PS2, but I originally got the Resident Evil 4 version on GameCube, and I absolutely loved it. Now, I actually got it for 99p. There's a store here in the UK which is no longer around called Game, and in Game they did a promotion for Resident Evil 4 that if you traded in 5 games of any variety, Xbox, PlayStation, N64, GameCube, whatever, you could get Resident Evil 4 for 99p. So that's exactly what I did. I got the game. I absolutely loved it. It was the first game my partner and I played through together. So it was really, really special to me, and it really does mean a lot because that was a very special time for me and my partner to play through. Then they released it on PS2. Obviously, I didn't have a PS2 at the time, so I never played it, but it did come with some extra things, extra costumes and weapons and that sort of thing. So when I got my PS2, I thought, this is a game I have to get hold of, and I want to get the Steelbook because the Steelbook is awesome. Now, one thing that's actually got really cool in here, it is complete in box, so it's got the disc, and it's got the manual, but it also comes, because this is the special edition, it comes with something rather special, which is an official limited edition mini guide. This is full of maps. It's got all the, it's got loads of maps and tells you what to do in each area, and gives little maps of the area to tell you exactly what you'll find there. So that is really cool that we get that included in the special edition. Obviously, Resident Evil 4 has now been remade for PS5 and Xbox One, and it is great. It's a fantastic game. It's probably one of the best remakes that they've got of the Resident Evil games, so really, really great. But there's something about playing the OG which I really, really do enjoy. I've got this on digital on Xbox. I've also got digital on PS5, and I've also got it on the Switch as well. So I've got it pretty much on everything except from the kitchen fridge. A bit like Skyrim, but it is a fantastic game, so there's nothing wrong with that at all. The Steelbook is beautiful. It's got these bloody fingerprints on it, and then it's got a kind of 3D Resident Evil 4 on there, and it looks all beaten up and battered. Very, very happy I was able to get hold of this. It was about £20 for this, so compared to some of the other PS2 titles, it wasn't cheap, but it was worthwhile. The next one is another Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Outbreak. Now this I was very happy to get. £18 from CEX. It's a little bit dear in comparison to some of the other PS2 titles, but that's because it's quite a rare game to get. Or not rare, but quite hard to find. But it's the only Resident Evil game that I have not played, and I haven't played it yet. I need to get around to it. But I'm so glad that I was able to get hold of this. And I got this after Resident Evil Requiem. So I wanted to be able to find out a little bit more about the back lore regarding some of the characters in Requiem. So I'm glad I was able to get hold of this. This is complete in box as well, so it's got the manual and the disc. So I'm really happy with this, and I think it's really a great addition to my collection. Dark Souls Special Edition, or Limited Edition. Now, I'm not a massive Dark Souls fan, and unfortunately the first game doesn't really hold up. But this limited edition, it comes with some really great things. It comes with the game, which you get the game, and obviously it is complete in box. But you also get a cool little book. You get a cool little book, but also, not only that, you get the soundtrack as well. So this is a really detailed book that's got loads of pictures of all the enemies. Really detailed, beautiful artwork of all the enemies. And it's really cool, and then the soundtracks as well. I managed to get this off eBay from a website called Music Magpie here in the UK, where you can get second-hand games and second-hand books and all that kind of stuff, and films and things. And I was able to get this for like £12, so it was actually a really good deal. Because when you look at this being sold on eBay and stuff, it kind of goes for nearly about 20 quid, £20. So I was quite happy that I was able to get this, and it's in pristine condition as well, which is really, really good. So to get this in such good condition and have the cardboard sleeve and the box with the soundtrack and the game, really, really happy with this. Like, as I say, I'm not a massive Dark Souls fan. I've completed Elden Ring, got the platinum on that, and completed Bloodborne. And I do enjoy the Souls games, but this one unfortunately doesn't hold up, so it's quite difficult to play the original. I played the remake, and the remake is a little bit easier, but for this one it's just a bit too slow for me. I am going to try and play through it again, but I'm just so happy that I was able to get hold of this because it's such good condition. Now the final thing that I'm most proud of for my collection is this. This is the collector's edition for Fable 3. I saw this on eBay for like £12. That's not an awful lot. It's a little bit damaged here with the leather coming off, but I kind of think that adds to it. This is a big kind of 3D case for the game, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I think it looks fantastic. Leather bound, it looks like a big thick tome of where you're about to tell a really interesting fantasy novel. It's beautifully embossed here with the leather, and it's got the symbols for good and evil on the back here, and then it's got the guild symbol on the front. Opening it up, it does give you the limited collector's edition of Fable 3 here, which we'll look at in a second. But it also gives you this box here, which has got a beautiful velvet inside, where the game just sits lovely inside. And then you have, obviously, you can then close it up. It is really, really beautiful. I'm really, hold on, there's something else in here. I've just found a secret compartment. I didn't even know this existed. Oh my god. There's something else in here that has just come out. I'm actually kind of mind blown because I just discovered something about this which I didn't even know existed. There's playing cards. Fable 3 playing cards. That is actually awesome. I actually didn't know that was even a thing in there. So I've just discovered something, and that is absolutely fantastic. These are beautifully designed playing cards. That's pretty fantastic. There's something else in there which I want to get out, but it looks like it's fallen down behind the thing. I'll be right back. Okay, so I was able to get it out. It looks like it's a double-sided coin. It's got a little bit of mold on it, but I don't know if that is part of the design. But it's got kind of evil on one side and good on the other. I didn't even know that was a thing. I had never checked this box thoroughly. I was just fiddling about with it and just talking to you, and I realised I pulled that down, this bit down, and there was a hidden compartment here, which I didn't even know that was a thing. So this just got even better. I am so happy that I was able to discover that. So this is definitely my favourite thing in the whole collection. So 100%. We're just going to have a quick look at the game box here. Nothing really different from the original. So that is the Fable 3. And then we've got the manual here. I've already got this game already in my collection, but I thought getting the collector's edition would be kind of cool. You don't really get anything else other than just the game, but you get everything that you saw in the box there. I'm kind of mind blown with that. I didn't even know that existed. So that is something that's really made that even more special, which is just incredible. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been a slither of my favourite things that I've got in my collection. I hope you agree with some of the titles that I've chosen. Let me know in the comments what you think is the best one that has appeared in this collection. And also let me know what your favourite thing in your collection is. And let's try and get a discussion started on this. I really hope you enjoyed this, guys. And if you enjoyed me doing these kind of videos, I can try and do some more. But if you enjoyed it, then please hit that subscribe button. Support the channel where you can. Any support you guys can give would be very much appreciated. But thanks very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.